Besides, there are a few things I want to ask Detective Jowd. It's getting so good. We found the music box, Detective Jowd.
Good job, Lynn. I knew you would. Once everything had been resolved, I wanted to give this to him.
Him? You mean Inspector Cabanela, right?
I don't suppose he'll ever forgive me.
Detective Jowd.
Now then, let's get this thing open. There's a certain knack to doing it, you know. See?
He calls that a knack? It's more like brute strength to me. Okay, Bugs Bunny.
Here you are.
Don't look down the barrel of a gun.
You should find scorch marks on the grip.
Scorch marks?
When Camilla built her contraption, she used a special kind of string. It's a kind magicians use. It burns up in an instant and disappears.
Why would little Camilla use something like that?
I don't know. Maybe because she's a detective's daughter. Not leaving any evidence behind and all that. In the case of report, there was mention of some scorch marks. When it happened, Camilla was watching from her hiding place. She saw the flame run to the gun, something she naturally didn't include in her design. I took the gun out of the frame and replaced it with a picture. If you remove the picture, you should find scorch marks behind it on the frame too. And those marks should match up with the ones on the gun.
In other words,
it proves a contraption existed there in that room that day. And it didn't work the way Olihuller intended, is that right? Exactly. Some cowardly culprit modified the design. But that angle was never brought up in court. And so, as Justice Minister, I must call off the execution at this point.
Yay! We did it! I knew I was right. It wasn't Detective Jowd. Now we can finally prove that. Thank goodness.
Thank you, Len. In those eyes of yours, I see the eyes of that little girl from 10 years ago. But
the journey is not over, is it?
Sissel, if you hadn't come to my cell tonight, I would be gone by now without ever having known any of this. This is what I deserve. That's what I told myself these past 5 years. But things are different now. Thanks to you, my eyes have finally been open.
Tonight, I've come into contact with a lot of people's lives, got involved in their fates. The only reason I was doing it was to regain my own lost memory. But things are different now. We're connected to each other somehow, I just know it. And that's why I need to ask you a few more questions, in order to find out the truth about us.
Fair enough. Fire away.
Manipulator! Sissel told me all about it, Detective Jowd. About the manipulator.
Yes, and it looks like this manipulator really did a number on the minister, too.
Please don't pick on the minister. If he dies again, I'm the one who has to save him. Sissel, do you think that's what happened to me, too?
What are you talking about, Lynn? Don't tell me. You were manipulated, too?
There was always a part of me that just couldn't believe it. That image of the one who shot me. But now I see the possibility of a new explanation. But who is it? And why did they do it? That contraption was a birthday surprise for Camilla's mother, wasn't it?
That's right.
Something's been bothering me about it. I feel like I know that device from somewhere.
No surprise there. You lost your life once tonight because of that machine.
Right? I knew it! See, Detective Jowd?
No, I'm afraid I don't see.
I told Detective Jowd about it. It's the guy from the dump yard, whatever it's called. It's not called a dump yard. What is it called? Just the dump?
Told him about seeing the exact same contraption tonight in a completely different place. That's very strange indeed. A junkyard.
Junkyard! Junkyard! The dump yard! Well, I'm going to start calling it that from now on. Oh, no. Oh, that's ridiculous.
A junkyard on the edge of town? I've never even heard of the place. And what's more, I've never told a single soul about that contraption.
Junkyard has nothing on scrapyard. That's exactly what I was thinking, Sneaky. I was going to say we fenced in my backyard to make it a dump yard for my dog. Oh no, not toilet humor. Not in my Christian Minecraft server. You haven't? That old pigeon guy. Who in the world is he? That's what I want to know. Detective Jowd, you must have heard this name before. Timsick. The meteorite that fell in the park 10 years ago. You were there.
So you found out about that, did you?
I heard that meteorite saved little Lynn's life.
That's right. I couldn't do anything to help Lynn that day.
But in that case, I don't get it. If it's true, doesn't it mean you didn't steal somebody's life away? What are you talking about? Detective Jowd, you told me that 10 years ago, the person who killed the perpetrator in the park was you. What? But he was the meteorite.
I wasn't lying. I stole that man's life away. No question about it. It was entirely my fault. I was just about to shoot him. I would have shot him in the next instant if the meteorite hadn't come. At that point, I was already a murderer.
That's not true. You were trying to save me.
Lynn, I'm sorry, but I don't think that's really it.
Huh? What? What?
On that day 10 years ago, a different incident happened in another place.
Another place?
Yes, in the police headquarters interrogation room. The worst sort of incident. A suspect who was being questioned escaped.
Wow, I didn't know about that.
I happened to be there in the detective division, so I joined the chase. Fortunately, or I guess unfortunately, I was able to track him down alone in the park. Hold it right there! I fired a warning shot. I wanted to catch him bad. That warning shot made him panic.
Who is it? It's gotta be me. It's gotta be Sissel.
At that time, I was a young and green detective, brandishing my sense of justice like a sword. I made him panic and got you involved, Lynn. It was all my fault.
Detective Jowd.
All I could see was my target. I couldn't even see you. I'm so sorry, Lynn.
What is happening? Tell us more than that. So the man who grabbed me died that day.
These last 10 years, I've never forgotten his face. And then a few years after that, when my wife Alma died in such a mysterious way, I thought it was my fate, my punishment for what I'd done.
Never forgot his face, dude. Our face.
I painted pictures in my cell. Nothing but portraits of people's faces. All the faces of the many people I'd met in my life and didn't want to forget.
It's my face. I was the one. He killed me. And somehow I'm alive. I'm a ghost. I've been a ghost all along because I'm an alien that came on a meteorite somehow.
And tonight, I finished my last portrait. The final face I wanted to remember.
It's me. We've already seen this reveal.
The final face. The face of the man in the park that day. Wait just 1 minute. That can't be. I saw that painting. I saw the face you painted tonight.
So he killed me. Huh?
It was my face.
Are you telling me I was the man in the park at that time?
That's right. The face of yours is the face I saw 10 years ago. The face of the man whose life I stole. Of the man who was pronounced dead at the scene.
But hold on, Detective Jowd, that can't be true. I just met Sissel for the first time tonight, and he died right in front of me.
By the way, the name that I know the man in the park that day by isn't Sissel.
Oh, it's getting good.
What? From the first minute I lays eyes on you tonight, I've been wondering, who in the world is this guy?
No! No phone calls, dude! Oh, curses! The tension!
Mr. Minister! Inspector Cabanela, where are you?
Just be quiet and listen. This is our demand. Excuse me, our demand.
What? Demand?
Our demand hasn't changed. The execution must be tonight. Once we've confirmed it's been carried out, we'll release the hostage.
What are you talking about, Inspector Cabanela? You know it wasn't my daughter who was abducted.
Does it really matter who the hostage is? A life is a life, even if it's the daughter of a death row prisoner. Once the criminal gets the punishment he deserves, the hostage will go free. Carry out the execution immediately and wait for our call. Okay, so he was in the dump yard's office. So I gotta go to the dump yard. What is it, Mr. Minister? You look paler than ever.
What in the world? What's going on, Inspector Cabanela?
I mean, we knew he was a bad guy from the minute we met him. The rock of the gods that fell from the sky 10 years ago twisted the fates of many people and started a chain of tragic events. And even now, the chain continues to grow ever longer. Inspector Cabanela's call proved that to us. I'm into it! And the greatest mystery of all has risen to the surface. Who is this me I've been chasing all night? Who am I? I'm even further from knowing that than when I started. Am I a clone, dude? Am I a clone? Am I an alien? Am I a whole different species of Sissels? How many lives have I lived? Am I also the lamp? Is the lamp gonna be me? Ooh, chapter 15. We still have 4 chapters, 15, 16, 17, 18. There's no way we're getting through them in this stream. 10 years ago, a man named Sissel took a little girl named Lynn hostage and then was killed by a meteorite fragment. No, that's not true. He said it was gonna be a different name. Tonight, a man named Sissel met a detective named Lynn at a junkyard on the edge of town and then was killed by a bullet. But the scene I find waiting for me at the other end of the phone line feels like the final nail in the coffin of my lost memory. Wait, I don't understand what that metaphor means. What? What is happening? What is happening right now? What is going on? I see myself. Am I a clone? Is it confirmed? Are we clones? Are we all aliens? Did we come with the meteorite? What is going on? Oh, no. Commander Sith? Oh my goodness, what is this, a Star War? Oh, this is blowing my mind. There you are, Commander Sith, finally.
So, where have you been, my good man? We've been looking everywhere for you.
Had a little unfinished business to take care of. Didn't think it would take this long. What about your people? They sure went out of their way to mess me up.
I say, I believe we fulfill every one of your conditions in our deal. What right have you to complain about anything outside our bargain?
We can talk about that when we get together.
This will be our last communication by telephone. We'll arrive in 1 hour. I look forward to seeing you, Cecil.
Did he shoot him? Is Inspector Cabanela dead? Dawn is approaching. The darkness surrounding my own mystery is deep, but I know it's always darkest before the dawn. Oh my goodness! I'm so mesmerized! I have so many questions.
Yes, we're nearing the final stages of our little deal, my good man.
Yes, sir. All preparations are complete, sir. And we just had to report, sir. Lights have been spotted, sir.
Have they now? By all means, let me have a look.
Man, we haven't seen these guys in a while.
Yes, we're very close.
We will now disconnect from the communication cable and have no service until we arrive, sir.
Very well.
Are we in a submarine? There went the phone. So much for that plan. Oh, the zoom out. Oh, the zoom out. We're in a submarine. Oh, what a twist. What a twist, dude. Holy smokes. This game won't stop. Nice try, Inspector Cabanela. But you could never stop me. See ya, sucker. Who are we? How are there many of us? All right, well, time to go 4 minutes back in the past and save Cabanela. So I guess he's not a bad guy? Hey, you think you could wake up for me? Oh boy, still unconscious, huh? I guess he hasn't been dead for very long then. I'll just go ahead and go back to 4 minutes before his death. I'm a little nervous about what I might see there, though. But if that's where I'm gonna find my answers, I can't run away from it. Rewind time. Woo! This is a good story, y'all. This is a good story. Once the criminal gets the punishment he deserves, the hostage will go free. Carry out the execution immediately and wait for our call. Oh no, Cabanela's a good guy? That's a good boy. Gee, a hostage sure is a handy thing. Gives me complete control over the top police inspector in the country. What's the matter? All those broken bones smart a bit? What's it like to feel pain? Does it make you feel alive? I can't feel pain. Alien confirmed, dude. There's something weird about him. Is he an android? Are we robots with souls? Are we clones? Something's weird.
Why are you doing this?
Now, is that any kind of question for a top inspector to ask? Isn't it obvious? Revenge, of course. Revenge on all the people who stole my life away 10 years ago. What? So I am?
Huh? Don't be ridiculous. It was a meteorite that stole your life. Or have you forgotten that?
Oh.
Wrong! I was murdered by all of you.
He felt no pain. What is he? Detective Jowd, who chased me down, forced me into a corner even though I was innocent. Lynn, that girl who was right there where I was running.
Lynn, she was just an innocent little girl playing in the park.
If that brat hadn't been there, I never would have thought of taking a hostage.
That's the most self-centered garbage I've ever heard.
And finally you, Inspector Cabanela.
Me?
If you hadn't done what you did, I never would have pointed a gun at that kid. You were so proud of your spotless record. And my case was the one blot on it, wasn't it? Only two people know the real truth, me and Detective Jowd. I bet tonight's execution will be quite a relief to you, won't it? One of the people who know about the stain on your record will disappear for good. That's why you didn't help him escape from prison. That's the kind of guy you are.
I got nothing to say to you. You'd never listen anyway.
Huh! Whoa! What is happening? What is happening?
God.
Now then, Inspector, time to make a big red stain on your spotless white coat. This was another condition of my deal, to wipe out everybody who knew about Timsic. My mind is blown! Revenge? That's what I'm up to? None of this makes any sense.
Hey, man. Mind telling me what's going on?
Inspector Cabanela, he's awake.
My head is spinning, baby. Am I to understand that Cabanela character who just got shot is me?
Yeah, that's right.
And you're supposed to be the scoundrel there who just shot me?
I guess so.
But you couldn't be, could you?
Huh?
After all, the guy in the red suit just walked out the door, right? So,
who are you? I guess I just have to face it. I'm not that Sissel guy. I'm somebody who's searching for himself. That's why I'm here to save you. At the very least, you have information about that guy in red. Information I need.
So you came on a rescue mission now, did you? Nothing like the sound of that, baby. Because there's a very important life here somewhere, a life valuable to this nation. Okay, do your thing, baby.
Wow! Wow! What a great third act twist. I'm here for it. All right. Time to solve this Myrtle. Look at him. There's that something emanating from his body. Is it really the sign of having special powers of the dead? Well, I'd say he's got some special powers. Is he gonna notice? He did. Uh-oh! What's going on? I've never seen the ghost world like this. So you're here, are you? He sensed my presence. I noticed you.
Oh, he's looking at me! Hey! He's looking at me! I see you!
I noticed you. You think you can stop me, do you? I don't know why you're wearing my face, but you might as well give up now. I control everything. Everything, including the life of this police inspector in white. No!
Oh! Wait, don't shoot! Holy smokes! Ah, where's Missile when you need him, dude? Time's up!
The other me knows the powers of the dead well.
Who wouldn't notice what you just did? You were practically shouting, "Look at me, baby!"
Looks like it might be hard to save you under these circumstances. I guess I can't use my powers right in front of him like that. Guess I'd better rewind the clock and see if I can pick up any other clues. What? Ah! I kind of figured. Can I... He'd notice that. Can I make a phone call downstairs? No. Let's see what advice I have. So are you a manipulator too? I have ghost tricks, powers of the dead, yeah, but I can't control living creatures. Anywho, I think you'd better be very careful. That guy in red is a manipulator. Naturally, he knows about skills like yours. If he realizes you're here, things might get a little sticky. You're right, I better be careful. Okay, he did notice me closing the spout lid at the very least. Oh, yes. Forgot about that. Oh, no. Look at this place. What? What in the world happened here? Think I'm starting to remember. Something bad happened here, and now there's another death lying around here. What? Another death? Didn't I tell you from the start? Didn't I say there was a very important life valuable to the nation here? I thought you were talking about you. Oh, I'm just a crazy character in a white coat, baby. The old man. Hey, come to think of it, where is that old pigeon guy? Pigeon Man's dead? Oh, man. Excuse me. Are you awake?
Of course, I never sleep during work hours.
Professor, do you recognize me?
There's only one crazy character in a white coat that I know of.
He hasn't lost his memory.
I'm not the type who likes losing things, but never mind that. Cabanera, this is quite a surprising guest you brought with you, pretending like he didn't just blow up the place.
Are you talking about me? Oh, this is a different guy, and I'm his guest, actually, so he came to rescue us. Unlike you, my sharp friend, he still hasn't gotten his memory back.
Pitiful.
Ouch, that hurts. Anyway, now we'll be going back to 4 minutes before your death, in order to change your fate, that is. But aren't we already in the past, man? No, we can go back even further. I've done it before. I still don't see a path to saving Inspector Cabanela, but if we go back further, maybe I'll find a lead. Rewind time. Timeception. Okay. Weird. How many times do I have to tell you, Professor? This place is dangerous.
Don't be daft, I can't leave now. He's completely dead, but just as I thought, I'm getting a reading.
Wait, so is this my body? Because we're at the dump yard.
This is the source of the powers if I remove it.
He's not dead, he's just not there. The true form of the manipulator isn't something you can detect, it's a spirit.
Ridiculous.
Fascinating. So you figured it all out, huh? Yep. You're a clever man, Inspector Cabanela. So it's really true. I wasted a lot of time here tonight because of you, Inspector. Okay, I think I'm putting it together. Lamp guy is definitely the bad guy. He taught us how to do what we needed to do, and now he's taken over this body. This body is like a shaman. It just serves as a power source. I think Sissel is nothing more than a husk, and the husk can be whoever it needs to be. That's my theory. Current theory, that's it. But it's just like you said. I died 10 years ago. This body, I mean, don't mind if I do. Thank you Thank you. The greatest gamer. 5-head moment, a vessel and a shell. I control everything. This shell, people, just like I controlled the Justice Minister and Lynn. So it's true, you were manipulating my baby that time. You made her shoot your shell. But why? Why would you do a thing like that? To create conclusive evidence, you know, on that security tape. Now she's a murderer too. She'll suffer, just like Zhao did. Now then, Professor, I'm afraid it's time for you to die. I don't have any grudge against you. I'm even grateful to you. Well, yeah, so why don't you let me live then? I'll be leaving this country forever tonight, but before I do, I need to erase all evidence that these powers of mine exist. Along with the contraption in this room. They're just watching. This time, the thing will work the way it was meant to, and it'll all be over. Cupid won't turn this time. He'll shoot his little arrow this way. Professor, look out! Hence the broken bones. Hence the broken bones. Wow, dude. Wow! Dynamite, huh? When the devil did he put that there? He planned it all out tonight. Having my baby shoot him. Having his corpse disappear. His corpse disappeared? That medical examiner, remember him? He was a complete and utter imposter. He was blue. All the people that are blue are bad guys. He said he was going to take his corpse back to the lab, but he'd already made a deal with the manipulator to meet him and give him the body back. But I wasn't going to let that happen, baby.
You saw through their plan, huh?
I noticed right away the medical examiner didn't know the first thing about examining a body. I knew he was a fake, so I tracked him down and bought him off. Bought him off. I had him smuggle the corpse to this room. And though he could find the source of his powers, of course, never in my wildest dreams did I think his abilities were powers of the dead.
Anyway, there isn't much time. He's leaving the country before dawn.
And I'm gonna follow him, of course, after I save you two. But something's been nagging at the back of my mind. I remember what Ray said to me tonight. He said that spirits cease to exist when the day breaks. But if that's true, how could a spirit from 10 years ago still be here? No time for thinking now, baby. Action is the name of the game. Work your magic and take us back even further into the past. Ooh. Okay. What are we gonna do? What in the world is this thing?
This device has that meteorite data entered into it. If it detects Timsic radiation, it responds.
Got that, kid? Isn't it a lovely thing? I guess sometimes it's important not to think about things too much.
What a sorry pair.
Versus.
Fool, what do you think you're doing?
I just thought I'd try it out.
If you do, you're going to set the contraption in motion.
Oh, yeah.
I just thought. He just thought he'd blow me up is what he thought.
Whoops, that was my bad. But there aren't a lot of things I can use on my tricks on in this room. It's no use, I can't open it. Could the fact the professor is standing on it have anything to do with it?
I may look small, but I'm pretty heavy set.
You sound so proud of that fact. This door is such a pity. Too bad it doesn't open downward. Sometimes life can be so hard. Wouldn't you agree, Professor?
Yes, that's why we're both dead.
A door that opens downward, huh? Yeah. Why? Hold it up just a little bit higher. Yeah. Okay, he wakes up. Time passes. They're talking. He stands up. There's a lot of gesturing. Stop! Why would you walk on it?
Man, where is an opportunity? There's no opportunity.
What's up?
Sissel.
Hey, I know that voice.
Help me.
Where are you?
Find me. I don't know whose voice this is. Before I'm carried away.
What's with that frail sound and call for help? He's here somewhere. Ray? Friend of yours? Yep, a little guy that looks a little fragile but has strength to surprise you. Missile? Is it Missile? As for you, Inspector, I have a little job for you. I can't move. I think I have 4 or 5 broken bones, approximately. I didn't count them, but if I had to.